Y'all, the internet really popped off this year with things to better ourselves for the end of 2025. Taking these things into 2026, taking these things into the rest of our lives. Like, I feel like these are the things that we can do forever. And this is why I say social media is awesome. Even though I know it can have a negative aspect, and I am aware of those negative aspects, trust me, but sometimes it can do a little good for us. So today we're talking about a personal curriculum, and I cannot wait to talk about it because I think that this is going to be the best way to either better yourself or make yourself more cozy, or both. I'm just excited to talk about it. So let's just talk about it. Hello, everybody. My name is Michaela, and this is the Cozy and Thriving podcast where we are learning to build and live the life that we actually want to be present for. And today I'm outside again, but I am so cozy. I have my little sweater on. I have my blanket. I have my coffee, which is like a 5 out of 10, I must admit. I literally feel like this is the easiest podcast setup I've ever done. I'm literally using my pink iPhone 16 Plus, and I just plugged my mic into it. Literally the easiest podcast setup ever. It is just definitely a cozy day today. So before I get into it, I want you guys to grab your coffee and don't actually do what you want, but I'm not recommending what I made today. I was literally just scrolling. I was on Lemonade. If you know what that app is, it's like TikTok's like Instagram kind of like a Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok mix. So I was on there just scrolling, and somebody was like, pumpkin butter brown sugar shaken espresso, and I literally ran to my kitchen and made this, and it's a 5 out of 10. I don't know, the pumpkin butter in the coffee is just not it. I love the pumpkin butter on bread, and I love the brown sugar in my coffee, but together it just isn't the best mix. But I don't know, I would try it again. 5 out of 10. But let's just hop into this personal curriculum because I'm so excited, you guys. Literally, I was telling my husband, I was like, I feel like this is the best way for people who like to learn at their own pace and learn the way that they want to learn. So personally, I made a 4-week plan for my personal curriculum, and I'm going to like break it down, go into it, and like share everything that I'm doing. But you can make this as short or as long as you want to, and you can make this as like in-depth, serious as you want to, or you can make it as cozy and unserious as you want to. I started a week ago at the point that you guys are watching this. At the point of me recording it, I haven't started yet, but it's basically the end, like from last week to the end of September, and then the first full week of October will be like my tests and my projects. Like literally, I felt so cool like making this whole little plan. I was like, I am a teacher at heart. I feel like every little girl at some point wants to be a teacher. I know I did, but I didn't really follow that through or wanted to be one once I got older. But anyways, so let me tell you about my personal curriculum, and then I'm going to tell you what you can do, and then what I'm also going to do kind of after this first 4 weeks, just to see kind of how everything's going. So the first thing that I did was I picked like 3 different like majors kind of, and when I say majors, it's definitely in air quotes, but basically I wanted one that had to do with the Bible, I wanted one that had to do with my career, and then I wanted to do one that was just like fun and like hobby like. So for the Bible one, I just picked a topic, and I'm literally just going to read a book and the Bible about it. There's no project, there's no homework or anything. Then for my professional one, I have 2 that I'm doing. Since I have 2 different services in my business, I wanted to kind of like re-up on my knowledge and also learn a little bit of new things. There is a part of my editing program that I know absolutely nothing about. I can go in there for literally one thing, but I want to learn the ins and outs of it and how to use it correctly so I can level up in my editing and like do cooler things for my clients. So that's the Fusion page in DaVinci if I have any editors that are using DaVinci and are listening to me. So basically I found this guy on YouTube that has like this 2 hour long live that I broke up into 30-minute increments that I will watch every single week for my business. And I'm basically taking like the first hour that I work or before, depending on how I feel that day. But anywhere between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m., I will start a class a day. I feel like I'm getting in like ahead of myself, but that's kind of how it's going. So I have the Da Vinci one. I'll have 30 minutes of watching this dude's video, and then I'll have 30 minutes of me actually applying that skill. And that's just an hour for one day a week. Easy peasy. Since I'm now offering content branding as a part of my business, I wanted to re-up on my like art skills and like just kind of like figure stuff out that way, learn a little bit more about graphic design and how things work, how we should use things, all of that. And what's cool is that I found actually on Canva that they have like a design school and they actually give you certificates for certain things. So that's really cool. Like I'll actually receive something by the end of the like 4 weeks. That's not just for me. So those are my two professional ones. And then for my hobby one, I'm actually doing interior design. And I think that that one's going to be really cool because I actually love interior design. I love decorating and redecorating. You can ask literally anybody in my life that there is something different in my house literally every single time somebody comes over. And for my husband, he's like, yeah, I feel like something changes pretty much every week. So there's just that little itch in me that I want to scratch about interior design and see if it's something that I really want to get into. But just starting, with my own house and learning more about textures and things that work together, what actually is like proper ways of like decorating and all the things. So that's really cool. So at the end of these 4 weeks, I have projects that basically are due. I will have a room that I am going to like redesign. I'm going to have like my branding for my content and for my business will kind of like be a little bit elevated. Like I don't want to mess it up too much because I do like how it looks right now, but like just elevate it a little bit more to like actually mean something and not just be, oh, Michaela likes these colors, so that's what it is. And then I will also be able to use part of my editing program that I literally never touch. And of course, growing my relationship with God by reading the Bible and just learning about topics in the Bible, like that's just really awesome. So I'm so excited because by the end of 4 weeks, I will literally have learned some new things. And I'll be able to do some new things and have a little bit more knowledge. But as I was creating this for myself, like I was like, I'm not going to go in depth about it. I don't want to like make a whole YouTube video showing my Notion and like all these things because it literally took me forever to build out. And I don't really know. There might be better ways to do that. I guess if you guys want that, just let me know. But I feel like there's better ways that it could have been done. And I really just followed along with TikTok videos and YouTube videos and everything about people talking about it. But then when I was thinking about this podcast and thinking about you guys, I was like, I want this season to be the coziest season for all of us here at Cozy and Thriving. I want us to literally go into 2026 feeling like we just hibernated and we are coming out of hibernation ready to go. Like that's how cozy I want you guys to feel. So with that, I was like a personal curriculum that I would make for myself going into like the rest of this year, whether it be 4 weeks like mine or it be literally from October 1st all the way to December 31st, whatever the case may be. I would pick things that you enjoy and learn more about them. So for you to have the coziest rest of the year, they don't have to be things that are like super hard and super like using your brain a lot. I don't know how else to put that. Like, I wouldn't say what you should do for the cozy thing is like knowledge that's not useful because it is useful, but I would say that it's like knowledge that isn't like necessary. I don't know. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. But basically, this is what my curriculum would be and might be after I do this next 4 weeks. So I would start with something that I really have an interest in and that I have all year round. And so one of those are plants. I want to learn more about plants, the ins and outs of plants, what plants are best for my house, what kinds of plants need what kinds of things, what's the best food to get, all of that. That's like something that I just really enjoy. I love the look of plants. I love the indoor outdoor feel. So I love sitting on my patio when it's nice out because I feel like I'm inside. I'm enclosed into my nice cozy patio, but I'm still outside, very much so, because these flies keep flying in my face. So I can tell. But when it's too cold, I love to be able to still have that feeling inside by having plants in there as well. Next, I would pick like a physical hobby that I like to do. So things like playing tennis. Like I actually really love playing tennis and volleyball. Those are like two sports that I actually am okay at. And I feel like I would learn like all the ins and outs. I would watch more games. I would possibly join a league, almost like a extracurricular, or maybe just like have some friends that are willing to play, like just kind of like play with them. I think that that would be really fun. So you have a physical activity and then you have something that you just like want to learn about because it's something that you like plants. And then I would have like a cozy hobby that I want to learn, like crocheting, or maybe you want to learn more about art. So you like take basic art classes. And when I say you take basic art classes, I mean you look up people that are like saying, hey, here's how you do line work or whatever, or painting or oil pastels or whatever the case may be. Last year, I actually hand crocheted a blanket. I watched so many videos. I was looking for like different patterns and things. I still have that blanket to this day, and it is very, very heavy and hot. So we don't use it a lot as just like a blanket like how I have on right now. However, it is beautiful decoration, and I'll put a picture on the screen for those of you who watch. But how cool would it be for me to have a blanket like the one that I have right now that I made by myself? This one, I can't remember where I got it from, but I remember it was from Target, and I got it on my birthday. Me and my husband were out of town. We were at this like super cute Airbnb. They had like this screened in patio area. My birthday's in October, so it was like super chilly in the mornings. And I remember I was like, I want to go get a cozy blanket while we're here at this Airbnb, and I want to sit outside and just like chill. So I did, and I loved it. And I obviously still have the blanket to this day. I have a lot of blankets that I probably don't need, but a girl can never have too many blankets, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that it would be cool to just like at the end of the year or the end of however many weeks you want to do this, have a little bit more knowledge on the things that you enjoy. And it just makes it cozy. It makes romanticizing life a lot easier when you're learning about the things that you actually like to do and you actually want to be doing. That's the like 3 kind of topics I would choose. I also feel like this will help kind of ease the rest of the year. We've been going strong. We've been going hard, trying to figure out life, writing a future you plan. If you've been following along on YouTube, doing like an anti-hustle plan for our business. We've been figuring out content. We've been trying to become something. We've been trying to do things. We've been setting goals and doing all these things. And I just feel like at the end of this year, we just need a time of rest. We need a time to be cozy. Like I said, I want this community to feel like we just came out of hibernation going into 2026, so that way we can just hit the ground running when 2026 comes. But fall is literally meant for the cozy girls, and I think that we just need to stay cozy this season. So that is my personal curriculum, and I guess my curriculum for you as students of Cozy and Thriving. I would just encourage you, and literally you don't even have to do all 3. You can literally just choose one and take it like a week at a time. Like if I said I want to learn coffee art or like latte art, I know I don't drink a latte every single day. I might have like coffee or a chai latte or whatever. I would just say, okay, on the day that I know I'm going to make a hot latte and I want the latte art, I'm going to watch a video or I'm going to practice, I'm going to learn something and then I'm going to go try it. Stuff like that. It's so easy. You can take it one day at a time, one week at a time, and just learn one thing and perfect it by the end of 2025. Or even if you don't perfect it, just be better at it, because we have still so much time left of this year. So let's just make it cozy. Let's calm down. Let's relax. Let's get cozy. And yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that this helps. I hope that you guys make a personal curriculum. I want to see them. And again, if you want to see my Notion, let me know. I'll make a YouTube video on it. But for the most part, I just feel like it was just easier for me to just kind of look at other people's and follow other people's things. And then I think that I saw somebody say that they just downloaded like somebody like a template that Notion already had for college students or just any student. So anyways, but if you want to see mine, I'll do it. I will. But that is all I have for you guys. Remember to like, share, comment, rate. What else did I miss? Like, comment, share, rate, follow, do all the things for this podcast. And don't forget to follow me at It's Michaela Barnes on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube for those of you who are listening. I just am so excited by the end for the end of this year. I really am. And I hope that you guys are as well. And with all that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And until next week, bye everybody.